Hello and welcomes everyone, this is AnthWolf doing a Let's Talk video for October 2015. If you're unfamiliar with my Let's Talk series, basically I'm just going to sit down for 5-10 minutes or so depending on the length and the amount of topics I get through, and basically talk to you about what I'm up to at the moment, what I'm planning to do in the future, and basically just ramble on for a length of time and hopefully maybe get some constructive feedback from you all about my channel and what you think. Obviously the background video at the moment is me playing a little bit of PvP on Star Wars The Old Republic. During my ongoing Star Wars The Old Republic series I have been teasing that I should play a bit of PvP to give a bit of extra content to you all, and I never really got round to it, so I thought I might as well log into my Sith Sorcerer and play a little to give you at least a bit of that content. So there you are, hope you enjoy. Basically, yeah, you've no doubt seen what I've been up to this past month, if not even longer, the past probably past couple of months. I've been reading? Holy hell, it's one of those mornings, it's a Sunday. I've been recording a lot of Star Wars The Old Republic. That hasn't changed. I have now, at this point in time, and I'll timestamp this, it's October the 4th, and I might release this later on today, depending on how long it takes to upload and obviously render. But yeah, at this point in time, I have finished the series I have set out so far. That is both Valicar, the Bounty Hunters, Asura the Sith Warrior, and of course, Malcolm the Smuggler. I have taken Valicar into the expansions, which is Rise of the Hutt Cartel and the Shadow of Revan expansions, and I think that comes to 169 videos in total, which I will be releasing for you all. I just got finished uploading them last night, and it's probably going to take me all day, well, one full day, maybe not today if I'm not motivated, to basically edit all of those videos on YouTube and get them ready and available for viewing, basically. But they're there in raw form, ready for, obviously, release. You may have also noticed that I've just recently played a game by Frictional Games called Soma, and I think everyone who records content for YouTube who enjoys survival horror will have done likewise. I've been watching fellow YouTube hobbyists' versions of the game, more specifically Cryotic's playthrough, which I'm looking forward to seeing the conclusion of, and who else? Storpy and Sparrow channel, Storp they are doing a Soma playthrough, which I'm quite interested in seeing how they get along. Also, actually, I think Halloween just started one. Huh. Oh well. I'm watching a lot of Soma right now, which is why I'm glad I actually completed the game. I think I started it on the release day, which was Tuesday the 22nd of October, and basically, even though I had a lot of extra hours that week, I was quite happy to get it finished and packed away ready for you all. I think it was on Saturday evening. But yeah, no, if you're interested in survival horror and you haven't yet checked out that video series, feel free to. But if you're interested in experiencing the game for yourself, I quite happily recommend it. Pick it up on Steam. I don't think it's that costly, to be honest with you. And you probably get maybe a good 6-8 hours of gameplay out of it. It depends how fast you play the game. I was taking my time because I always felt a bit uncomfortable, but that's a good thing. If a game's making me uncomfortable to go around a corner, then it makes me the game's working, it's doing its job for me, it's making me anxious about what's going to happen next. But yeah, apart from that, I haven't really been recording much else. Star Wars The Old Republic, to be honest, has been taking up a lot of my time because I haven't really wanted to put the game down. And at this point in time, I now need to sit down and wait for 2 weeks up until the newest expansion, which is released on, I think for subscribers, the 20th of October, which is of course the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, which is supposed to be episodic. They've made multiple chapters for this new expansion, and not all of them will be released upon launch. They will be given to us piecemeal, which is fair enough. I'm hoping that how to describe it, it doesn't feel rushed. There was a few bugs that really niggled me in Shadow of Revan, and obviously when we get to that point in the series I'll explain more on that. But I didn't like the direction they were going. And to be honest, I've been reading some of the Knights of the Fallen Empire developer blogs, and I'm not best pleased, I suppose you can say. I'm a bit nervous about how it's going to go, but I'm willing to hold back my opinion fully up until it's actually out, so we can actually judge them fully. Anyhow, we'll stop there. What I'm hoping to do in the future, I've actually got an extensive list. I wrote down a list of games I would be interested in playing. Obviously the expansion Knights of the Fallen Empire, which I've already spoken of in Star Wars The Old Republic. Of course, I'll be taking Valicar the Bounty Hunter into that story and that lore. But as for survival horror, there isn't a great deal I've spotted right now that I'm interested in really trying to play. There's not a great deal. I have been playing a bit more of SCP Containment Breach, to be honest with you all, but the content hasn't been all that great. It's felt pretty raw, and so I've kind of just left it alone. I haven't uploaded it to YouTube at all. I've just played it for the sake of playing it. I have heard a lot of good things about this early access game called Layers of Fear. I've been keeping an eye on it since it's been released on Steam, but I haven't picked it up yet because apparently the developers have left some of the story out until it actually goes out of early access. So I'm waiting for it to be fully released, and then I'll probably pick it up and see what it's all about. But yeah, that one I've definitely got my eye on. As for, obviously that's survival horror as a genre. For action stealth, I've been looking at a game called Styx, Master of Shadows, where you play as a goblin called Styx, I think it is. I think Lethal Feline has been doing a playthrough of this on his channel. But I haven't watched too much of it, and it reminds me, well, it doesn't really remind me slightly, but it's obviously on the Deus Ex theme when there's multiple paths you can go through the world. So I think that's kind of interesting, and I haven't played a stealth action adventure game for some time. So I want to check that out, but obviously I'm waiting for it to be on sale. I think it was in part on the summer sales, and I just didn't end up picking it up for some reason. I think I was watching my money at the time. As for that though, yeah, that's that of course. Fallout 4 is obviously coming out on the 10th of November of this year. I am tempted to do a playthrough of that. I keep on meaning to do a playthrough of, trying to think of how to say it, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but I've tried and it just hasn't felt right. Maybe it's because I started recording them when I first really started my channel. There were one a few games that I had that I was really interested in doing, and I just didn't get it didn't feel right. I didn't get it to work properly. But c'est la vie. We might look at doing Fallout 4 when it's out, because that'll be new for everyone. And let's see, what else have I got here on my list? People might be asking where is my Europa Universalis 4 content, because I tend to enjoy that game and releasing it. But I mentioned to a few of my subscribers that my next campaign would have probably been of the Hansa, a merchant republic in the Holy Roman Empire. The problem with the Hansa is it's a really fun nation to play as, and I actually did start recording it. I think I got about 12 videos into the series, and they were on YouTube. They might even still be there. But I got 12 videos in and I realised it's really dull. I mean, you're not doing much. You don't have a lot of manpower, you don't have a great force limit, you're not getting a great deal of gold early on. I mean, you're a powerful nation, potentially you can be a powerful nation, but because I'm playing it by myself and I'm not very interesting, to be honest with you, yeah, I can't make it entertaining, and if it was starting to get a bit dull for me, I'd hate to feel like what it was for you all. So, yeah, I decided just to cancel that series before I even released any of it publicly, and decided I would consider another nation in the future. But I haven't as yet started one. To be honest, I haven't been playing much Europa Universalis 4 of late. What I have picked up recently, I think I mentioned it in the previous Let's Talk video as well, was a game called Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence, I think it is. And that is a game which reminds me very heavily of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, a game obviously set in China, where you're basically, it's a grand strategy game where as a ruler you're trying to take over China. But of course, Nobunaga's Ambition is different. That is obviously set in Japan during the feudal era, and just at the introduction of bringing, I think it's cannons, or is it rifles? I think it's cannons. I could be getting confused. I'm probably getting confused. But no, I picked that up and I've only just started learning some of the game mechanics. And obviously I want to be more familiar with the game before I start releasing any of that content on my channel. But potentially I will be obviously bringing that to you all. In addition, there's been a game on Steam that I've seen Quill do a pre-release playthrough of, or at least a few videos of it, and that's a game called Grand Ages Medieval. Now, it looks interesting. Obviously, I just come off my long stint as playing as Austria, I think, when I started watching that series. That's in EU4, of course. And it was really interesting to look. It was obviously, I forgot who developed it, who published it. I'm trying to think if it was Paradox now. I don't think it was Paradox. But yeah, it was a similar kind of grand strategy feel where you build your towns, you're trading with your neighbours, and building your military to expand your sphere of influence. And I thought that was really an interesting idea. Another take on it, basically, some more mechanics to learn, a different set of mechanics to learn on the same sort of principle. But I haven't yet picked it up. I'm going to basically check out a few fellow YouTubers and see if they've done any proper series on the game, and see how it looks, see how I feel, get a proper perspective on it, basically. And to be honest, really, that's about it. I do have a list of games that I haven't, that I still have in my kind of Steam library or in my GOG library, which I need to record. I keep promising that I will eventually do a Realms of the Haunting campaign, like a Realms of the Haunting playthrough. The problem with doing that, of course, is I don't have the video software, the video recording software, which allows me to capture it properly. I seem to be I'm having an issue there. But yeah, I think I'm slowly beginning to ramble now, so I will zip my lips. I will end this video here and now. I'll leave this running. Obviously, this is another PvP match which goes on for another 5-6 minutes. So yeah, I'll leave this running. I'll turn up the game audio slightly, and I will see you as we go further into October. Obviously, I'm going to be continuing to release Star Wars The Old Republic content, and if, obviously over these 2 weeks when I get to relax from that, I pick up another game and start recording, I will obviously let you know, and I may start releasing that over the weekend. We'll just have to wait and see. So no, yeah, feel free to comment below if you so wish. Let me know what you think of my channel so far. I should have really mentioned this at the beginning, I have to thank all my new subscribers. I think I've gained 7 or 8 in the past week alone, which is impressive. I thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. and obviously I like constructive feedback. I like to improve my channel. Someone recently linked a how to make your channel more professional, which I appreciate. I have yet to look at it, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I'm just taking a more in a relaxed state right now, but a lot's been happening in real life, so I haven't been focusing too hard on much else apart from releasing the videos I already have pre-edited and ready for making public to you all. But yeah, okay, I'll end this here. Thank you very much for watching, and obviously I'll see you in the future as we go further into October and further into this year, 2015. See you all next time. Bye bye now.
The eastern emplacement belongs to us. Bunker is in critical condition. Destroy it, and the coast is ours. the eastern emplacement. Our bunker has been destroyed. Retreat or die fighting. The Republic invasion force is landing. We've lost the coast.